Welcome to this activity video. Here, we will cover the Revolve tool in a software called OnShape. In this video, we will cover the following topics. Exercise 1, you will learn how to use the Revolve tool. In Exercise 2, you will follow a tutorial to create your own rim. And in the activity, you will design your own custom rim and export that to share with a teacher and your classmates. Follow along in your own OnShape browser with Exercise 1 to learn how to use the Revolve tool. Log in to your free OnShape education account and click Create Document. Name your part based on your instructor's decision. Click on Create Public Document. As always, we will begin our part by using the front, right, and top planes to create a sketch. Let's begin by selecting the Sketch tool and then choosing the right plane to create a sketch on. When I click on the right plane, we can see it appear under Sketch 1. Then I'll use my View Cube to get to my right view, so I'm looking directly down at my sketch. Feel free to zoom in and out to get the perfect view. Next, I will select the Line tool from the top of the toolbar. The Line tool looks like a line with two dots on the end. To use the Line tool, simply click once on the canvas, and then click again to draw a line. You don't have to reselect the Line tool. Each time you click, a new line will appear. Try your best to draw this general shape. The numbers aren't important right now, just get this general outline. When you finish your outline and connect the dots, you'll notice the shape turns a solid gray. This means that your shape is completely filled in. Let's use the Dimension tool to add some dimensions. Click on the Dimension tool, and then click once on the left line. Click again to edit the dimension. I will change it to 2 inches. For this next one, we will click on the top line. Click again and type in 1 inch. For this next dimension, I will click on the right line and the top line. This will let me dimension the angle. Set your angle to 100 degrees. Next, click once on the bottom line and once on the middle horizontal line. This will let us dimension the distance between them. We'll set this distance to 1. Finally, click once on the bottom line. Here we can dimension the length of the bottom line to 2. Our sketch looks good and dimensioned. All the lines are solid black. That means everything has a proper measurement. Let's add one final feature to our sketch. Go to the toolbar and select the Sketch Fillet tool. Then click on the corner. If we zoom in, we can see that this curves the corner to 0.25. Click on the green check mark to confirm your sketch. It's ready to go and looks ready to be revolved. Let's turn our 2D sketch into a 3D model using the Revolve tool. On the top of the toolbar, the Revolve tool looks like a donut. It's located right next to the Extrude tool. Click on the Revolve tool once. It will ask you to select a face or sketch to revolve. We'll click on the sketch we just created. Next, it asks us to select a Revolve Axis. Click on Revolve Axis, and then choose one of the lines from your sketch. In our case, we'll choose the left line. When you click on the left line, a preview of the revolution will show. As you can see, this is a cool 3-dimensional part. You can play around with the settings under the Revolve tool to control how much your part is revolved and what direction it's revolved in. We'll leave everything as default and click the green check mark. Using the Orbit command, we can inspect our newly revolved part. Revolving is great for designing circular features and parts quickly. Now that you have completed Exercise 1, click on the plus sign on the bottom left and create a new part studio. We'll rename our part studios to stay organized. The new part studio can be Exercise 2, and we'll name our first part studio Exercise 1. Follow along with Exercise 2 to learn how you can use the Revolve tool to create a rim for a car. We'll begin by creating a 2-dimensional sketch, dimensioned like the one on the left. Then we will revolve that sketch to turn it into the rim on the right. Follow along in your own OnShape to learn how. Open your Exercise 2 Part Studio. We'll start by making a sketch. We'll be sketching something like this. This is a dimensioned cross-section of the rim. You can refer back to this if you need. Click on the Sketch button and then select the front plane to start our sketch. I'll use the View cube to get a direct top-down view of the front plane. Then click on the Line tool to begin the sketch. Start at the origin and click once with the Line tool. Your goal is to just get the general outline of this shape. The dimensions at this point don't matter, but the shape sort of does. Try your best to draw your sketch as closely to this one as possible. We'll go back and change the dimensions later. Finish up your outline with the Line tool. If you've done it correctly, the inside of your shape should turn dark gray. Now, we'll use the Dimension tool to add some distances to our sketch. Click on the Dimension tool, then click once on the top line. Click again and change this dimension to 10 inches. You'll notice the shape gets much bigger, so you might have to zoom out. Continuing on, we'll select that vertical line and click once. Let's change this dimension to 2 inches. Finally, we'll click on that top line and change it to 3 inches. Sometimes OnShape misinterprets your dimensions, like here. I press the Undo button, or Ctrl-Z, and then I'll reselect the Dimension tool and try something else. Let's dimension the distance between these vertical lines to be 1 inch. Now let's go back and change that dimension to 3 inches. Much better. The Undo tool can be your friend if weird OnShape mistakes happen. Continue dimensioning your own part to match the distances shown in the video. Feel free to pause or rewind to make sure all your distances are correct. Our sketch looks good to go. I'll readjust these dimensions so you can have a better look in case you're missing any. Take a moment to edit your dimensions and make sure they match the ones shown here. This is the section we'll be revolving to create a 3D part. Click on the green check mark to save the sketch. Let's turn our sketch into a 3D model. Click on the Revolve tool at the top of the screen. Then select the sketch we just created. Next, click on Revolve Axis. Our Revolve Axis will be the leftmost vertical line. You can preview the revolution here. That looks like a pretty good rim for a car, so I'm going to click the green check mark. Let's add some cutouts to our rim. Use the Sketch tool to create a new sketch on the top face of the rim. Change to the top view for a better look. Begin by adding a circle to the center of the rim. I'll dimension this circle to be about 2 inches in diameter. Next, use the Line tool to draw a line from the inner circle to the outer circle. When your line is complete, press Escape to exit the Line tool. I want this outer circle to be part of my sketch. To do that, click on the Use or Project tool at the top. Then, click on that outer circle. When I press Escape, you can see the outer circle turns black, meaning it's part of my sketch. I'll add a dimension to my line and make sure it's 9 inches. Then, I'll draw another line from the inner circle to the outer circle. This is the beginning of our cutout for our rim. Once you have drawn the line, use the Dimension tool to make sure that this line is also 9 inches. We can also use the Dimension tool and click on each line at a time to dimension the angle. Click once and then set the angle to 30 degrees. Click on the scissors at the top of the screen. This is called the Trim tool. We can click on any lines we don't need, like the outer circle, and we'll zoom in and click on the inner circle. As you can see, we are now left with the triangular cutout we want in our rim. But we don't just want one cutout, we want multiple cutouts. We can use something called the circular pattern to do this. At the top of your screen, click on the circular pattern tool. It might say linear pattern, but we want the circular pattern. Then we'll select the outline of the cutout. So make sure to click on all 4 lines of the cutout you want to pattern. As you can see, the lines start to appear in a circle around the part. Double-click on 3x and change it to 5. As you can see, our lines have been repeated 5 times in a circle around the part. This will make for a great cutout. Click once to confirm your choice, then click on the green check mark to exit the sketch. Let's use the Extrude tool and then select those 5 cutouts we just drew. Remember to select them one at a time. Next, we will use the Remove feature to make these cutouts holes in the rim. Select Remove, make sure they go all the way through. You can change the depth if they don't, and click the green check mark. And there you have it, a completed rim in OnShape. Remember to share your part with your teacher and also create a new part studio for this mission's activity. Let's put our OnShape skills to the test in this activity, custom rim design. Electric cars in the year 2050 need an upgrade. Design your own custom rim in OnShape. Include at least 1 revolution and 2 extrusions. Share your design and capture a screenshot. The sky is the limit here. Make your custom rim as crazy and interesting as you can. If you finish your custom rim design early, try out this optional challenge. Try to recreate the part in the picture on the right. How close to this model can you get? Thanks for watching this Verizon Innovative Learning activity video. Good luck in your designs and happy 3D modeling.